Okay, well it's day 168 off the grid, and we're not really off the grid today because we're at Castle Point, which is definitely on the grid for the mains. So off the grid in other ways like water, but today is the winter solstice here in New Zealand, and the boys have already woken up because they got their presents from the solstice wizard and they were very, very excited. I did not get up for the dawn to see the sun rise over the sea today like I did last year, because the time of solstice was at 4:38 AM and we sort of woke up and you know, sent the solstice text and had a glass of mead that of course they thought the solstice wizard had drank after leaving their presents and their stockings, and yeah, had a bit of funs and went back to bed. So yeah, no way I was going to wake up in time for the sun rise today, but that's alright, you know. So I'll make this quick little film in the morning and I might finish this off at the end of the day. Okay, well it's the day of winter solstice, but this was the setup we used last night on the solstice eve to have our sort of practice on location and backup recording, I guess it would be, really. I thought I'd film it really quickly because I'm going to be taking this apart now because we're going outside to record today. The weather is not perfect but manageable, so we thought we might do it out on the deck, which is a lot nicer, a bit more special, you know. So anyway, I won't spend too long going over the stuff here because I'll be doing a comprehensive video of the final setup. But you know, there's the speaker, there's my guitar rig, there's Baffy's amp plug, you know, that's how we had it set up in the room. Oh, it's a double adapter, bought that in Masterton from one of the dollar shops there, just because I thought, well, two is enough to power this setup. So we'll go into more detail, as I say, on the outdoor version of this setup, which will be much the same, of course, just outside, but that's basically it. But that's just how we have it in the bedroom. Pentatune Mini Gat is what I'm using. Probably wouldn't have been able to fit a full-size guitar in the car this year, so that's basically that. There's the setup. Now I set it up outside. Hail at Castle Point. Look at the little hailstones. See, they're just like little frozen bits of ice.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And our gear's still out here. Film setup. It's kind of a quick film setup. Here's the setup. Here's the hail. Wasn't quite hailing when we were recording, but we did get a bit of sleet.
Hailstones. Hailstones everywhere. Over here, no. Hailstones.
Fortune cat's going pretty slowly now. Well, it's the end of day 168 off the grid, day of the winter solstice, and we've had a pretty good solstice day. It's very cold here now. In fact, so cold I'm not even going to go out across the road and look for the lighthouse beam because it's freezing once I step off this veranda. That is the coldest night I think we've had here actually in Castle Point. But we had a pretty awesome day. We had our presents and did our recording, and yeah, the recording came out pretty well. We did that actually out on the veranda, and it wasn't the most warmest place to do it, but you know, it was kind of fun doing that. You know, it would have been more comfortable just staying inside the accommodation and doing it like we did the rehearsal, but nah, we did it outside. And after that, well, we had some lunch and cooked up a solstice roast for tea, which is a bit of that sort of pre-rolled roast turkey stuff, you know, nothing overly fancy, but nice enough, you know, it's pretty good. While I got that on cooking, me and Amon went up to the lighthouse again, and it was fucking freezing, I tell you. The wind was blowing, and it's not the worst wind I've ever had going up to the lighthouse, but it had a chill on it, which we've never experienced before. We came back pretty cold. And yeah, it's cooling down here. But it is the winter solstice after all. So that's basically it really. We had our meal, we watched a movie, and the boys are going to bed, and me and Baffy go to bed. Yeah, had some good presents. Gave us some nice new tights. And that's day 168. That's basically it. Good night. Well, said that would be good night, but I had to come down here and just have a look at the lighthouse before bed. Of course, I won't be seeing anything on the camera. It's just too dim. Oh, there we go. There's a little spot of light. That is the Castle Point Lighthouse. Not a street light or anything. It'll only come up on the camera when the beam sweeps around, of course. Here it comes. There we go. Flash one. Okay. Must have missed the end of that set. Alright, there we go, there's another one. Oh, it is cold here though. And windy. There we go, there's the flash. It's pretty awesome when you're actually looking at it, of course. I am at the moment. Awesome indeed. Up before I get my ass frozen off again. So this is definitely a good night from Winter Solstice at Castle.